Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's TheKidEG, and I'm back again on EGTV. And you already know, guess what? We did it. We're back to life. Yeah, we did it. And yo, we beat Manchester United. We no longer have that voodoo of top 6 teams not beating them away, this, that. And you know what? Before we get started, let me just cue that intros, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so let's just get it out of the way. You guys already know who I got with me, my guy Kesh, and I also got Shaheen with me from the Arsenal Lounge. If you guys haven't already done that, go check him out. Go subscribe to Arsenal Lounge. It's the show. I'm going to be on there most of the time, doing my stuff on there too. So if you guys haven't already done that, go do that. And yeah, if you guys already haven't done it here, subscribe to this channel and hit the like button while you're here. And also tell us what you thought about the Manchester United game and give us your player ratings in the comment section if you haven't, if you're watching on the playback. But yeah, so I wanted to get started, guys. We're going to get into the game a little bit. But before we get into the game, if you guys could give me a quick thoughts, like I know what I thought about the game. I always thought we were going to win it 1-0, nick it on the break, counterattack, and that's how we're just going to go like that and win the game. And that's what ended up happening. I'm quite happy. But Shaheen, I know you think quite differently from how I think. I'm not going to say as negative as certain people. You're more just cautious, I would say. But what do you think?
Look, I thought it was a super performance. We have had some performances before where I was a bit not sure about the tactics, about the way we played, but I thought he got us spot on today. And credit, when credit is due, he got it right. The team played well. We looked like we have a plan. Unlike the Leicester game, everybody knew how to execute the plan, and then they did it well. It was a great team performance and a fantastic result. You can't really knock today's performance. You can't really, if you sit down and pick up negative out of today's performance, then there's something more to this than football, because it was a fantastic performance, and I'm really happy with it.
Yeah. So Kesh, I know you're probably going to talk about this number 2 right here, but I just wanted to point it out. Arsenal have not won away from home against a Big 6 team in the Premier League since January of 2015, ending a 29 game on. Oh my God, it's just horrendous.
It's been a while.
But yeah, Kesh, what did you think about the game?
Oh, mate, I thought we started the game quite well. Was confident. I like the way our midfield was just on the front foot, making sure their midfielders know they're here to fight in it. We're going to have to battle if we want to get through us today. And I think that set the tone of the game, really. From there, it was just a matter of opportunities, creating opportunities and taking them. We created a few. Unfortunately, we couldn't capitalize on it. I feel the chances that they kind of fell to like the wrong people. Like the Lacazette one, I feel Bamian probably would have hit that sweet instead of missing it. The one where Saka got up and didn't edit, it's not really his sort of thing. Like even though he scored a good one, I think it was it West Ham or Fulham? I can't remember what game it was.
It was West Ham.
We made sure that
Sheffield United.
we made sure we didn't do anything silly that's gonna put us out of the game, because you knew once one team took the lead, as I said in the build-up, as soon as whichever teams take the lead, instantly would go on to like show their dominance in the game, and I felt we done that. We defended well. Gabriel was probably one of the main contributions to that. Tierney, Olden, they all just done what they had to do. No one tried to complicate the game. And you know one thing I need to say as well? Leno. I think
we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that.
I'm not gonna rate it. I won't rate it. I'm just gonna say like about the game. I feel what he was doing. I know we're gonna get into it. What he was doing helped us a lot. Let's just say that.
Okay. So player ratings. I promised Shaheen I was gonna go through this quite quickly, so we're gonna try to do this as quick as possible, Shaheen. I just want to show you what I got going on here, right? So first things first, I got to change the background, right? We got to get the players out. We got to get the players out here. So who And let me change that background 1 second. Now, first things first, I want to mention the man Leno. Martinez went and conceded a bunch of goals, and first thing I heard was the Leno fanboys going crazy. Let's just gas the player we have on our team. Stop going crazy about a player that's no longer on our team. What did you think, Shaheen, about Leno? I'll give you Leno, and then I'll move over to Kesh.
I think he made a really good save with his feet first half. Apart from that, I thought he was commanding crosses. He dealt with them well. Most important thing for me, he didn't have those crazy moments that he had in a couple of games. He was good with his feet. His distribution was okay. I think he mixed them up quite well in terms of playing from the back or playing long. It wasn't all just playing at the back, depending on whether we were in the front, he was drawing or whatever it was. I think he picked the right time to play at the back or play long. I'll give him an 8. I thought it was a commanding performance. He didn't have. There was not a lot on him. Let's be fair. United, they were not attacking the goal left, right, center. But whenever he had to deal with something, he did it well.
Okay, Kesh, I know you wanted to talk about Leno a little bit. Tell me what you thought about Leno.
I think he's finally learned. You don't always have to play around the back, and you need to be able to assess the game, read the press of the opponents, to then go long. He didn't try to complicate it sometimes, put too much pressure on the defense that they don't need. I felt he read it well. He decided when they're pressing, we're going to go long, and his kicks was actually, most of them was actually on point today. They went to Lacazette or they went to Bamian, and we managed to get a little header, flick on, and I felt that helped the team get up the pitch a lot quicker at times.
Okay. So
I would give him a 8. Same machine.
Okay. So yeah, some of the people are agreeing with you on some of the people are already agreeing with you in the comment section, so that's great. Now, let me ask you guys this, Shaheen. Shaheen, I know this guy might not be one of your favorites, just like everybody else who picks on him sometimes, but what did you think about Bellerin?
You know what? I'm actually not one of those guys who has a go at Bellerin quite a lot. I think the last time I had a go at him was when he gave 2 foul throws away, and I thought for a right back in Premier League, you can't really do that. But today, I thought he was solid. I thought it was a really good performance. He won us the penalty as well, and I think again, I'll give him 8. I think he was not at fault for anything. His passing was okay. He bumped up and down quite well. Won us the penalty. Kept it simple. Defensively, he was okay. He didn't make mistakes, not that I can remember. And going forward, he was good. So yeah, he gets a solid 8. I thought he was really good today.
Okay, Kesh, I'm gonna give you Holding. Holding, in my opinion, could have easily been sent off, but also at the same time, he was a late admission. What did you think about his performance, and what do you give him?
For someone that was put in late, has coming off an injury, you got to big him up, really. Like, he done what you had to do. Understand he could have been sent off, but was it really a sending off for me? Not really, no. He made sure he tried to play on the front foot as much as he could. I know that's not really the sort of player he is, as our Gabriel does it, but for me, he didn't put a foot wrong. He won a lot of headers that I was actually quite surprised about. Sometimes when I see older guys headers, I'm not really sure if he's going to win it or not. He was a bit aggressive, and I love that. As a defender in the modern game, I feel you need to play on the front foot. Because when you don't play on the front foot, you give the opponent you give the opponent time to turn you. Like, once you get up opponent's arse and you put pressure on them, it's then down to them to beat you. You know what I'm saying? So for Tierney, I'll give him an 8. It was solid.
Tierney? You mean Holding?
Not Tierney, Olden. Sorry, Olden. Yeah, I'll give him an 8.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the picture, you think they all are the same. Okay, Gabriel. I know both of you guys probably want to big up Gabriel. I'm gonna give each of you guys a chance to pick him up. Try not to take too much time on him. But I just thought Gabriel was a man mountain, and this is what we've been screaming for a decade. We need center backs, midfielders. We need everybody. But we have Leno, we have Gabriel, we have Partey, we have Aubameyang. We have a core of amazing players. And you know what? They all stepped up today. And this man here, there's a reason why he's a thumbnail. To me, he got a 10 out of, it's hard to say 10 out of 10, but okay, I'm going to give it to him. I'm saying 10 out of 10. I don't know. What do you guys think? If you disagree, let me know.
No, I don't disagree with you. He's not far from a 10 out of 10 performance. I was a bit unsure when we signed him, but he's been getting better and better and better every game that has been playing, and I think he's becoming one of the first names on the team sheet now at Arsenal. Today's performance was superb. I thought he managed to control himself and his tackling after the booking, which is not an easy thing to do. When you're on a yellow card as a centre back, it affects your game. You know, you have to think about the challenges. You know, you have to think, if I get this wrong, I'm done. And there was a foul. I think he fouled Rashford, I think, on the side that I think United players were asking for second yellow, and Mike Dean said no. I think if he had possibly another dodgy foul, he probably would have got sent off. But he managed to control himself, and he put a really, really good performance in, and can't fault his performance. Yeah, I'll give him a 9. It was fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. Kesh, did you want to talk about him, or can we move on?
For me, he just keeps showing consistency, and that's what we've asked for so many years. Just a player that's just be consistent, be dominant, and just control that area, control that unit. The back line, you can see he leads. He's pointing here and there, telling players what to do, and that's great. In terms of the challenge on Greenwood, I don't really feel it was a second yellow. Not every foul is a yellow for me. He controlled himself in many tackles, especially playing against Rashford. He's very sharp on the turn. He controlled himself, didn't do anything reckless. So for me, Gabriel gets a 9.
Gabriel gets a 9. Okay. So in consensus, he gets a 9.5 between the three of us. Now, I need to big up two guys, right? But today, Tierney is not one of those guys that we need to big up. Tierney, he's just professional. Every single day, gets a 7 out of 10 minimum. He does nothing wrong. And to me, I'm just giving him a 7 out of 10. Can we please move on? Because Kieran Tierney, Mr. 7 out of 10 every game.
Yeah.
Do you guys agree?
I agree.
I'll actually give him a bit more, but yes, I'll give him an 8.
You'd give him an 8? Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, look, he's playing left side of the centre back. All right, he's actually a left back, so he's playing left side of the centre back. And look, he didn't do much wrong. You know, he was part of a really, really good team performance. I think he managed to control Mason Greenwood quite well. You know, he's a pacey customer, that guy, and I think he dealt with him really well, and I think he deserves an 8.
Okay, let me just address something. TD shifts. This is Shaheen has to go, so we can't go for too long. So come on next time, hopefully. Okay. And then what do we got? So yeah, people are saying 8s, 7s. So everyone agrees with us. They're going 8s or 7s, right? So now here's my next man of the match candidate, in my opinion. I don't know about what you guys think, but Bukayo Saka, first half, his performance, like every single day, he just shows. If this club has anything to do with respect, they need to hold on to him and cover him in gold, because we cannot lose a player of this value. It's good that we signed him on a new contract, but soon he might outplay that contract and he might need to get another one, because that's how much he's performing. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Go on, Sheen, go on.
Sorry, man. Yeah, I agree with you. I think he's come through our own academy, which is always a bonus. He's just improving every game, and every time he comes on, he plays like an established 25, 26-year-old footballer. You know, he's fearless. He takes the ball, he drives up, he takes on people. You know, today he got on between, I think, Shaw and Lindelof for that header. I thought he could have done better with that header, but the fact that he can get into these positions is really positive. And he doesn't look like an 18-year-old teenager who's just broken through academies, which is a really plus point for Arsenal. Again, he didn't do much wrong. He put a great shift in. I'll give him an 8.
Okay.
It's hard to mark people down today because everybody has played really well.
Yeah. Okay. Granit Xhaka got dropped today, so that meant we had a midfield of Partey and Mohamed Elneny. And you know what? I think they both played very well. And first, I'm gonna give Mohamed Elneny, aka Mohamed El Pirlo, to Kesh, who was saying to people, "Calm your ass down. This guy hasn't done nothing yet for us." But what did you think today, man? He showed up today.
You know what? As I said on the football terrace, it was Lee Catamall for me. That's what I was comparing him to. But today, he put in a performance that was solid. And credit, you have to give credit where credit is due. For me, he was just all over the pitch. He made sure they knew that he was there. He made sure he was covering Partey when he went forward. And that's the sort of understanding you have to have in this sort of system where it's a two-man midfield. One goes, you need to know that he's going and someone's there protecting you. If the other one goes, it's just vice versa. And I felt they got it right to a T. He played a lot more forward today than he normally do. So maybe that's just a bit of a confidence thing. Maybe he's starting to feel confident. So long may it continue. I'll give him a 8.
Okay, so Shaheen, I'm gonna give you Partey, but if you wanted to touch on Elneny, this is your moment.
No, look, the guy has come in. Fantastic performance. I'll give him a 9. He's done really, really well. I was particularly impressed with the last. I think he did a crazy pressing on Lindelof and another couple of players on a right hand side. He just pressed them back and back, and just for that he gets a 9.
Okay, no problem. So now I'm gonna say one thing. I got a lot of slack for saying this guy's world class. Today, I thought he had a world class performance. Can you guys tell me, am I over gassing the performance? Please, because maybe you guys are more level headed than me. Because I was losing my mind. I was saying first half, this man almost had double-digit ball recoveries. His statistics were out of this world. Statistics can lie sometimes and cover up a bad performance. But he was outperforming a 4-man midfield in a 2-man midfield. I know it's unfair to say because our guys dropped back, but what did you guys think? And also, if you guys are watching, do me a favor, guys, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. And also check out Arsenal Lounge. We'll be on there tomorrow. But yeah, Shaheen, Thomas Partey.
Listen, this guy, it was a pleasure watching him today. You know, for the first time since Patrick Vieira left Arsenal, there was a presence in the midfield who barged people off the ball, who won the ball back, who was driving up with, you know, and people were bouncing off of him. And it was a joy to watch his performance. I'm really happy that we got him. He is a world-class player, and it was a world-class performance today. Look, you know, you're talking about United midfield. You're talking about Paul Pogba. You're talking about Fred. You're talking about Fernandes. You know, and I think he manhandled Paul Pogba easily. Yeah, I think at some point Pogba started to play a little bit wide because every time he wanted to drive up, Partey was there and he was nicking the ball off him. I give him a 10 out of 10. I love this performance today. And I said he just reminds me so much of Patrick Vieira, and I think I know some people don't disagree with this, and some people do, but I think probably the greatest player that has ever played for Arsenal is Patrick Vieira, in my opinion. Right?
Oh wow!
Yeah, and if he's anything like Patrick Vieira, we've got one hell of a player on our hand.
Over Liam Brady, over Thierry Henry, over Tony Adams, everybody. You say Patrick Vieira.
Patrick Vieira.
Wow.
For me, Vieira was something magnificent. He was special. He could do everything. You know, he could defend. He could go forward. You know, if you were in a tunnel and you look at you got people like Gilberto and Vieira in the midfield, you think, fuck, we've got no chance today. That's just my opinion.
All right. So I'm gonna move on to the next one. Kesh, I know Willian has been up and down, but I'm going to give Willian to you for this one. What did you think of Willian's performance today?
For me, the first 10 minutes, I thought he was like the weak link. There was times where his touch was loose, times where he just, I don't know if he was on the same wavelength of the rest of the players in terms of going forward. Sometimes his passes were going astray. But then he grew into the game.
Yeah.
There was a few times where he was a threat. If only his final ball was better, I think he would have probably been the man of the match for me. His final ball was better. For me, I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7.
They're saying 6 for Willian. I thought Willian first half was an 8. Second half, he dropped off. So I would have given him a 7. I don't know about you, Shaheen.
I agree with Kesh. I actually think his crossing could have been better today. You know, I wouldn't. If there was one player that I was unsure of his performance today, was Willian. I would give him a 7.
Okay. So should we go Lacazette first? Shaheen, Lacazette.
I thought he played really well. I thought he put a shift in. I think he put it about, playing up front. I think he put it on Lindelof. I think he nicked the ball a few times off Maguire. He worked really hard. He put Aubameyang through once. That obviously he missed. I think he was not happy to come off, but I can't fault his performance. He didn't really get that clear-cut chance to score, so can't really blame him for any miss. Just the only time that the ball came and I think people thought that he mishit it. I think Lindelof had a last-minute touch on that ball, so he took it away from. If he didn't get that touch, I think he would have scored. I'll give him a solid 8. I thought he did it very well. He did a good shift.
Okay. I think I can hear music from Kesh. It's okay though. What do you call it? No problem. Next, I'm gonna move on to the final starter, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the goal scorer, the captain, the leader, the penalty taker. Need I say more? We asked for him to play up front as a striker. Today, he was more central in his positioning. What did you think, Kesh?
He was more central. I noticed that he was playing he was playing very narrow at times. And as I said in the preview, I felt we needed to do that to occupy their centre backs. That's how you get more chances, because when it's 2 centre backs marking just Lacazette, it makes their job a lot easier. One goes to the man and one just covers. But with Aubameyang tucking in, both their centre backs were occupied at times. He wasn't exactly always in the game, but as we said, it wasn't a attacking performance of such. It was a performance just to be strong, be compact, and try and break and get opportunities. I felt Aubameyang done exactly what was asked of him, and I can't fault him. For Aubameyang, I'll give him a 7.
Yeah. All right. Lee Gunner does not owe me an apology. He made a mug out of himself, so let's forget about that guy. And then Shaheen, we're gonna before we wrap up, we're gonna go through the bench quickly, right? 3 people came on. I don't think we can give Ainsley Maitland-Niles or Eddie or Mustafi a rating, but if you could give Arteta a rating out of 10, what would you give him?
I'll give him a 9. Because it's not easy after a couple of losses to pick the team up, restructure everything, get a plan in, go to a place like Old Trafford. Remember, Man United they just put 4 past RB Leipzig. So United were in good form to go out there after so many years and just all of this, away against Big Six and all that, to go there and get a result in a manner that we did, because that was a very solid performance. I think he deserves a 9. I've criticized him before. I've criticized him against Leicester and Man City and Liverpool to a certain extent. But today, you have to give him credit because he's got it right. and obviously the result speaks for itself. Football Manager is judged by results, and today he got everything right.
Hello? Can you hear me? Yo, did his internet cut? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, I can hear you.
No, your internet cut out for a second. We didn't hear that last part.
I just said he got everything spot on today. You can't really fault him for anything. He gets a solid 9.
Okay, solid 9 for Arteta. And some of these people agree with you. I think he totally schooled Oli, and I think today what Arteta has done, he's a lot of these haters in the Arsenal fan base, he's proved them wrong. So if each of us could take one thing from the game, I'm taking out of this game is it's too early to judge Arteta, and some of you guys that are judging him preemptively need to calm your asses down. And wait, sorry, man of the match. Mine was Gabriel. Who is yours?
I'll go for Thomas Partey.
Kesh?
Mine was Gabriel.
Okay. 3 things we learned. I learned that you guys are too quick to jump on Arteta's backs, and some people need to calm down and slow your roll. What do you think, Kesh? One thing you learned.
One thing I learned was that the key to getting to the promised land will be to keep adding more players of the caliber of Partey. It shows what we've been missing. It shows what we've been doing wrong.
Okay. And Shaheen, final thing. What do you think is one thing you learned?
I learned that we've got a player on our hand that could be similar to Patrick Vieira, and today was a test for Thomas Partey because Leicester, Rapid Vienna away. This is not really, Man United away is a test, and he came out with flying colours, and he could be the difference between a possible top 4 and finishing outside the top 4 because he's that much of a difference, I think.
Okay, and Mr. Bungle jizzed his pants after halftime. He was very excited. And you know what? Some Arsenal fans probably were too. So yeah, that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen, for this part of the video. And you know what? Thank you, Shaheen, for coming on. Respect to you. Thank
you for having me. If anybody, just don't come and catch Egal tomorrow on our channel. He's doing something special on the Arsenal Lounge. So come on, check him out at 8 o'clock, and you'll see he's got some in-depth analysis to go through tomorrow of the game.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't already subscribed to the channel, go subscribe to EGTV. And if you haven't already subscribed to Arsenal Lounge, go check out Arsenal Lounge. And yeah, we're out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good one. Thanks for coming on, Shaheen. Thanks, Kesh.
Cheers.
What's going on, everybody? I need you guys to go check out my channel and subscribe if you're new. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that button, and hit that notification bell while you're at it, ladies and gentlemen. EGTV.